Hello everybody, this is Igneous, and today we're going to be doing a questionnaire video. Basically, I'm going to be taking a bunch of commonly asked questions about weapons specifically. I'm going to be answering them, and that's about it. To start off, we'll start with a very common one. Excalibur. What is it, and how do I get it? Excalibur is a vaulted weapon, which is only available to people ranked Tester and above in the group. Testers are given 3 of these, and Excalibur has similar stats to the Nightmare Blade at level 3, while Excalibur is at level 2. Because they only get 3 of these, they can only get it to level 2. However, it has, I think, about 64 damage with the same ability. And that's about it for Excalibur. You may see a few around the lobby. It's not a super common thing, but it's also not heavily uncommon. Next up on the questionnaire list, just what's the best weapon for clearing rooms, and this will always be subjective. However, currently for dungeons, what's considered the best is either Solar if you like to stay back more and just kind of deal damage from afar, Stellar for just massive DPS really quickly, and Imperialist if you have it high leveled enough, because Imperialist at a high level can one-shot a lot of the smaller mobs and make only the bigger ones your problem, which is very nice to clear rooms and clear bosses. Next up, what are vaulted weapons? Vaulted weapons are a tier above legendary. As you see in chests, you can see there's a vaulted % chance. Now, there is currently no chest in the game that has any chance to give vaulted items. However, if you look at the potions update page, or potions update kind of title announcement card, I guess, it does say a vaulted sword is coming on the 27th, which is 2 days from when I'm recording this. Next up, some common things you might hear referred to, common terms you might want to know. Imperialist for imp. It's been shortened to imp. That one's really the main common one because a lot of people can't spell this big word or don't want to spend the time doing it. Next up, we have what are good World 2 weapons to help me clear Heroic or Normal on World 2. And for that, I have a few recommendations. Assuming you don't have the legendaries, assuming that's not something you have access to, Ninja Blade is a good one due to its blind ability, which stuns for a very long time. Royalist, if you have it, is quite nice due to its immunity. Sandstorm, which I'll actually upgrade here, is quite good for clearing out mobs, but I guess my game was just lagging. Roblox's fault, probably. Continuing on, Frostblade isn't horrible. The slow is quite nice. Moonsickle's quite good if you can build around poison and recovery, because its ability can go quite fast with a high recovery and high stamina. Boneblade is wonderful. I recommend Boneblade personally because of its ability, giving, for 20 seconds, 35% of your base HP. So if you have 200 HP, it's giving you 70 bonus HP every 20 seconds. Or I think the cooldown's 25 and lasts 20 seconds. That's about it for the recommendations. Don't use commons. There's not a good common. Wooden Scythe is alright because of its healing, but it just doesn't have the damage to compete. If you don't have any of those, Buster Blade and Shadow aren't bad options. Ninja Blade is alright, and Forged Steel, while slow, does still give that extra HP. Another frequent question is, what's good for speedrunning? And for speedrunning, you want to use probably a high-level Imperialist, right? If you're trying to get a very quick speedrun done, a high-level Imperialist is generally required to be like one of the faster times on the leaderboard, simply because it clears rooms much quicker than Stellar or Solar or really anything else can, even some of the new weapons like the Golden Hand or Dragon's Breath. And then, while technically it's not a sword, Dragonfly Armor for speedrunning due to its high base speed and decent energy. I could also see an argument for Pharaohs due to its higher max energy and you don't lose too much on speed. Now, a question I got from a community member, I won't show their name because they asked me not to. How many vaulteds are there currently? And currently there are 3 shown off. One of which is called Atlantis, and this was leaked in one of Fudge's devlogs by Fudge himself. Another one is the Dev Blade, which I'm assuming is only given to devs, and I saw this in a voice call with Fudge He was in public voice call showing off Stellar when Nightmare for World 1 dropped. And he showed it in his inventory. And then Excalibur is obviously our third. Those are the only 3 we know about. Obviously, we hear there's a new vaulted sword coming on the 27th, but we don't know what this will be. This could be Atlantis, this could be something else. We don't know. That's about it for today's video. I covered most of the questions I've heard about weapons. If you have any more questions in the comments, please ask. I will definitely make sure to answer them, but that's about it for me. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.